The moment your pet saved you without you realizing. Have you ever wondered who saved who? Because sometimes your pet didn't just join your life, they arrived exactly when you needed them most, before you even knew you needed saving. Welcome back to Purrfectly Wild, the place where every heartbeat, every purr, and every quiet moment matters. If you're watching this with your pet beside you, just know they already understand more than you think. The day they walked into your life, maybe it was raining, maybe it was a quiet afternoon, maybe you were just scrolling through adoption posts without any real intention. And then you saw them. A pair of eyes that stopped time, a face you can't explain, a tiny spark in your chest that whispered, "That one." You didn't choose them by accident. You chose them because something in you recognized the piece you were missing. Their first memory of you. Animals notice everything: your scent, your steps, your breathing, your gentle hesitation when you reached out. But the moment that changed everything was the moment your pet realized, this human feels safe. Dogs sense warmth. Cats sense energy. Both sense heartbreak. And in you, they saw someone worth loving. When they first felt your pain, there was a day, maybe you remember it, maybe you don't, when you cried quietly or sat in a silence that felt too heavy. But they remember. They came closer. A paw, a head against your leg, a warm weight beside you. No words, just presence. And in that moment, your pet wasn't trying to fix you, they were simply telling you, "I'm here. You're not alone anymore." How they learn your heart. Pets memorize things other people never notice. The sound of your tired footsteps, the way your voice softens when you're hurting, the smile you try to hide, the routine you follow when you're overwhelmed. And slowly, your pet became your emotional translator. They felt your storms before you even saw the clouds. Every nudge, every playful distraction, every moment they refused to leave your side was their way of loving you back. The day they saved you without knowing, it wasn't big. It wasn't dramatic. It wasn't the kind of moment people write down. But for you, it meant everything. It was the night you didn't want to talk to anyone, but they curled up beside you anyway. It was the morning you didn't want to get out of bed, but they nudged your hand until you moved. It was the moment you felt empty, but they filled the silence with love. You weren't rescued once. You were rescued slowly, quietly, every single day. The way they look at you now, look at them. Really look. That soft gaze, that calm breathing, that trust. It's because your pet knows you're their world, their safety, their home, their favorite heartbeat. Pets don't love halfway. They love completely, purely, fearlessly. And they chose you with their entire soul. The moments you didn't see, there were so many times you thought your pet was just sleeping, but they weren't. They listened to the late night sighs you didn't even know you made, to the way your breathing changed when you were stressed, to the subtle crack in your voice when you said, "I'm fine," even though you weren't. Pets don't need explanations, they read the world through energy, and your energy became their purpose. How they adjusted their world for you. You changed more than your pet's life. They changed for you. Your dog learned the sound of your routine, the mornings you're rushed, the nights you're exhausted, the days you need extra warmth. Your cat learned your emotional patterns, the spaces you retreat to, the silences that mean sadness, the moments when their presence is the only thing holding you together. Animals don't love with conditions. They love with adaptation. The secret promise they made to themselves. Every pet makes a promise, not in words but in actions. A promise to follow you, to comfort you, to protect you, to wait for you, to love you with a loyalty that humans rarely understand. Your pet decided long ago, no matter how this life feels, I'm staying beside my human. When they began healing you, healing doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like a wagging tail after a terrible day, a slow purr that melts your anxiety, a warm body leaning against you, a head resting gently in your lap, a soft paw reminding you to stay present. Your pet became your anchor, your grounding, your little piece of peace in a world that moves too fast. They didn't ask for anything back except your presence. Why their love feels different. Human love can be complicated, messy, conditional, full of expectations and misunderstandings. But pets love in a language that never breaks: consistency, warmth, presence, stillness, devotion, patience. They don't judge your flaws. They don't remember your mistakes. They don't care about your past. To them, you're simply their person, and that's enough. The home you became. You thought you were giving your pet a home, But slowly, quietly, they turned you into one. Your hands became their safe place. Your voice became their comfort. Your heartbeat became their lullaby. Your presence became their world. You aren't just someone who adopted a pet. You are the entire universe for a being who trusts you without hesitation. How they see your future, your pet doesn't know words like next year or someday. They only know you, your warmth, your scent, your energy. But if they could speak, they'd tell you this: I hope I'm with you for every sunrise you're scared to face and every sunset you're grateful for. They want a future filled with simple things: morning stretches, evening cuddles, long walks, slow days, your laughter, and the comfort of knowing they belong. The day you will realize ID, there will be a moment, maybe while watching them sleep, or during a quiet morning, or after a long emotional week, when you suddenly understand they didn't just change your life. They shaped it, softened it, protected it, held it together without saying a single word. And you will finally see the truth that was always there. They loved you long before you learned how to love yourself again. The love that doesn't end. Your pet's life is shorter than yours, and that's the hardest part. But their love doesn't disappear. It stays in your routines, in your memories, in the shapes of your habits, in the echo of where they used to sleep, in the part of you they helped rebuild. They leave paw prints not on floors, not on couches, not on blankets, but on the deepest parts of the heart that never forget the quiet, gentle love that saved you.